All right, welcome back to the Duck Call Room. It is good to be back. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus. I saw y'all brought in the B Squad. Phil, Jace.
I ain't even sitting in the right spot.
All the rookies.
See what all this stuff is over here.
All the rookies. Well, first let me say thank you to Brian Burrows for the gospel carving that you've done for me, sir.
That's pretty awesome.
I love it.
Pretty.
Okay, and then also from Christopher and Theresa, I think is how you pronounce this, from Oklahoma. It's a T-shirt and beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
You know,
Thank you for the T-shirt, and beef jerky.
Where's the
I
beef
got-
jerky?
Do what?
You got some?
go ahead. Y'all just keep talking. I ain't here.
Neither one of us are. Let them roll with it.
Well, hey, I'm still on my adventure with my lungs for the sulfur valves. Okay, so I had to go to my heart doctor and have everything there. So she ordered the stress test, and I went through all that. And she didn't like the looks of something, so we done what I think a heart, whatever, they run a scope up your main arteries.
Did you watch it?
Up your leg.
Yeah.
They go in through your legs, a heart
Yep.
cath.
Hard
Yep.
calf.
Yeah.
So they checked that out, okay, and I thought she was just being cautious, which she was, because she checked everything out, my bypass surgery and all that, because I had 3 bypassed, okay, so she checked where all that was tied in, and everything's clear. So I got a good report on that, so she gave the okay to Dr. Connors, for the valves. And I've got I think one more thing I've got to do before he schedules, the operation, which is nothing but more than just putting some little valves in my lungs.
Well, our man Hunter over here scared everybody half to death. He sent out a text. A group text said, "Si has blockage, going to the hospital."
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Taking back your shampoo you got,
yeah.
whatever that fan mail
Yeah,
was.
it's affected his brain.
Well, when I read that, I said, oh, no.
That's what I thought.
Oh, no. I mean, I was just like,
What happened?
But
she
that
was just being cautious. Which,
Yeah.
look, hey,
which is a good thing.
I'd much rather her send you there for that
No.
and nothing be wrong than the other way around.
Well, no, because she didn't like the way it looked. Because when I went over there to discuss it with her, she said, "See right here," and she had a bunch of pictures of it. She said, "That's not good. It's the wrong color." And I said, "Well, and I said, what are we going to do about it?" She said, "Well, we're going to go up there and look at everything to make sure, actually look at everything and say, okay, then we'll determine what's wrong, and then, go from there." Because we like to, what is known, then it's manageable.
Ain't that the
So,
truth?
but I thought when she done it, I said, I think she's just being overcautious, and she was, because, she was ready to put a stent in it if she had to. Okay, and everything was clear. So she said, no. Okay.
Did you tell them it ain't been that long ago since y'all been in there?
No, yeah.
Just left.
That's why I'm always telling her, me and doctors, I don't like y'all.
Yeah.
I
Surely
said,
this-
it's nothing personal, but when I go to a hospital, I always end up, I don't like the result that's been going on lately.
Surely that thing got more than a 10-year warranty on it.
But hey, but everything's good, and like I said, I think I've got one more thing to do, and then, Dr. Connor, I'll schedule around his schedule whenever he can work me in to put him in.
Well, that's good.
Because all it is it's a, I thought it would be something like Star Wars, all this fancy stuff, All it is a plastic tubing.
Yeah, it's like they cut the end off a straw.
Yeah, and they just
put it in your
they
mouth.
gonna insert it. This is tailor fitted. Okay, it's size and all
Tailor-made.
this. And I don't know how many they'll put in. But they'll do it, and then my lungs will be able to expand. Okay, and it won't let it come back in. The bad stuff, it'll all go out.
Ain't no telling how much you be talking in.
Well, no, yeah.
Out with the bad, in with the good.
In with the good.
That's what they say.
Well, I'm excited.
I am too. I'm just glad that text message was like false alarm.
Yeah.
Because I was about 8 hours away.
Well, that's probably was our fault because she had said, you've got a little blockage. And that's why she put it.
Yeah.
She said, you've got a little blockage. So that's what we said.
Which
Is, according to the doctor, I have a little blockage.
is there such a thing as little
Well,
blockage when it comes to yard?
See, that's,
I don't want no blockage.
Oh,
I don't want a little.
so they were initially thinking they were going to have to put a stent
Yeah.
in, but thank goodness that didn't.
Which is a lot better than the results you had a few years ago. So
Well, no, because here's the thing that gets me about all this. The Bible says it, why are you aware of us, God, man? But this body that he gave us is really super fantastic. It really is.
it's a machine now.
Oh, no, I'm telling you, because I look at my brother, we fool with water all the time, pumping it up and draining it. Okay, and this is made out of stainless steel, no less. And they break down all the time. Here, I've got this thing that's flesh and blood, and this baby has been worked on, but it's still just kicking on down the road.
What's that?
So
What's that you got on?
that is, I am an official deputy of Lukenbach, Texas.
Oh, Lord.
He's been to Lukenbach.
That's right. I've been looking back. And hey,
Did you say Willie and the boys?
No, it was really, that's where Willie and the boys are. Willie and the boys. But anyway, it was really cool because, hey, I asked them when they told me. A bunch of Germans come through there in 1849.
Mm-hmm. That's why they got all them meat markets down
Well, no, and I'm saying, well, what is a bunch of Germans doing in America in 1849?
That's better than Germany.
But hey, well, no, that's what I figured out. They said, well, hey, it was just they was getting away from oppression.
Yeah, gold rush.
A lot of cattle.
And a
down
gold rush.
Yeah, a lot of cows.
So so it was pretty cool, and it's an old site, okay. And the first thing that Jeff said when I told him, Jeff said, "That's where we need to go with our beepers, our metal detectors."
Oh, Lord.
Well, I'm just saying. But it was
Might be some
it was
German
pretty
gold
cool.
down there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. That's where I've been in San Antonio. So it was I preached the gospel about 3 or 4 times.
Good deal.
So Friday I was there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the 4th it was a travel day. Okay, but anyway, that's what I've been up for the weekend.
That's good. You still traveling,
But it was
still getting around.
Yeah, it was a good deal because a lot of people that had not heard the gospel. Okay, and we gave out. I've got bracelets with the symbols on them.
Yeah.
I gave out like 1,400 of them.
That's good.
Also, because so it was actually a really nice event.
That's good. No, it's been weird not being here.
No,
That's
well,
the longest I've been gone from this office.
Well,
in
no,
probably 10
because it was
years.
weird doing the podcast without you, because you're the one that kind of oversees the what's goings on here. So.
I watched what y'all did, though. Y'all did all right.
No.
Y'all don't need me. I can,
Well,
I can head on out to pasture now.
I have heard so many good reports about when Miss Christine was on the podcast.
It was the best one of
She's
all
great.
time.
She's fantastic.
No. Yeah. And I was shocked she even come on.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody, because Brian even said, he said, hey, tell Miss Christine thanks for, checking, overseeing and checking you on everything you have said. And I said, well, hey, there you go.
There it is. Well, let's take our first break. We'll be back right after this. Look, from forgotten free trials to automatic renewals, when big companies keep charging you, Truebill is your secret weapon to save you money on subscriptions you don't need. I got an alert this past weekend saying that my Apple TV Plus was going to take out, which I'll admit I started with the free subscription, right? But then I found a show that I really like, Ted Lasso, and so I'm fine with paying the $5 a month or whatever it is now. But if I didn't and I just watched that and I was like, oh, forget it, Truebill would have reminded me. They would have saved me that $5 a month, which if you start doing that time and time again, you can actually add up a ton of savings. Truebill is a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so that you don't have to. Truebill has over 2 million users and helps save them over $100 million. Like Matthew B., who says in a matter of seconds, he saved $660 a year on his DirecTV bill, $120 for the year on SiriusXM, and saved $840 a year on car insurance. Everybody likes found money. I still bend over to pick up a penny, so I like found money. That is what it is. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at Truebill.com/duck. Go right now. Truebill.com/duck. It could save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/duck.
Did you know I got a new job?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
I'm not building duck calls anymore.
Unless we need him.
Unless something happens.
Unless it's a code red.
Okay, so you're out of the duck call making business.
Yeah, that's right.
So what are you doing nowadays?
I am Willie's new property manager.
Okay, so Fat Boy has acquired some new property, huh?
Yeah.
That he ain't told me about yet.
Yeah, he's got some
Okay.
See, the problem,
properties.
Has any of it got any good squirrel woods on it?
Maybe.
that neighborhood's full of big old
oh,
fox
yeah.
squirrels.
Yeah, his house.
Well, hey, I'd rather shoot a fox squirrel anyway. Cat squirrel's too little.
His house. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, his house?
A lot of squirrels.
Well, hey, there you go.
The problem with
Well, hey,
all,
the next thing I need to do then is buy me a
Lawn chairs to
no.
go set up in
hey,
strategic
buy me
places.
a rocking chair to put out there and a pellet gun.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, every time he hires somebody else, it's making John David feel that much better. Because John David, Willie done put 3 people in new positions. And John David used to do all of them.
And he was handling them all.
He was doing them all.
Well, that was like me. Okay.
So,
and, they had about 6 people.
You know,
They got rid of me.
That's what's
I
funny.
quit.
To me, that's just what's hilarious. Because,
But-
we get on John David, which, look, I was John David for a little while.
You don't want it.
Those 10:30, 11 p.m. phone calls
Oh, yeah.
are misery.
Yeah.
'Cause you're like,
Yeah.
Dad,
Yeah.
I got to go put my freaking britches on. I got to go do something. And I was like, boy, when them days left, I said, whew, okay. Now my 10 p.m. phone calls from during have to do with business, which don't mean I got to get out of bed. I can sit there and still talk about
Yeah, that was like the military.
you know.
They always was telling me, hey, I'd do something on the weekend and get in trouble. And they would say, what are you thinking? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, you're in the Army 24 hours, 7 days a week. And I said, you may be in 24/7. I said, but this kid here, no, sir.
No, sir.
So I said, you
I
paying
said-
me for 40 hours. That's what you getting, son.
Yeah, that's it. No, but see, that's the thing about being a personal assistant. You're on call all the time. That's like the military. They was always telling me, hey, you're on call. I said, no, wrong answer. I said, this is just like any other job. You got me for 8 hours. And I said, look, if we have to work overtime, that's fine. I'll work overtime. But this thing about living and breathing, no.
I ain't your guy.
I ain't your man.
He's a company man, boy.
I have noticed this. When I walk by the 2 new guys' office, they're busy. I mean, they're doing stuff. I mean, they're on the computer, they're on the phone. When I used to walk by Johnny D's office, I would say 19 out of 20 times
He
his
taking a nap.
feet were kicked up on the desk, and he had his arms crossed
They're probably watching European soccer.
and watching soccer on his computer.
And
Well,
today,
that's a good pose if you can pull it off.
You've done that.
Because that reminds me of my days.
Yeah.
I was about the same way. I laid back,
Johnny D said the problem was, I remember what he said the problem is I make this job look easy.
That's it. Hey, there you go.
But you know what? I'm loving it because you know how much I like to work
Oh, yeah.
outside.
Oh.
And the doing the food plots on the hunt property and everything, that was my therapy time. But now I get to do therapy all day long.
Oh, I was going to say, now your therapy will be building duck calls.
Well, no.
I like where this is going. This is good.
People don't
That's
realize
the opposite of
how
therapy.
how soothing, okay, just being able to get up and go out in the woods in the morning.
That's right.
Oh.
Watch the sun come up.
No,
I
I'm
sat on
serious.
my back porch this morning, drank a cup of coffee, and watched the sun come up.
Yeah.
And then I started my day.
Preach it.
Well,
That's-
that reminds me of the scripture. Just be still and know that I'm God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Amen.
There's something to that, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Solitude.
Yeah. Just, hey,
Just sit
get
there and look.
quiet, and sit down and relax and look around you, for crying out loud.
There's also something to be said for driving a skid steer.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't that fun?
Oh, it's fun.
It's
There-
one of the funnest pieces of equipment ever invented.
Cause you tear
what?
yourself up.
Oh,
A
you
what?
can turn it into dust in a matter.
What are you doing?
Skid steer. Well,
Oh.
Willie's got a skid steer.
Yeah,
Is that one of the things you drag logs out of the woods with?
you can. They make an attachment for that, but it's
Well,
just
no.
like got a big cutter on the front of it. It's basically a front wheel drive bush hog. You get to see everything you're cutting instead of looking behind you,
Okay.
making sure you don't
Yeah,
hit nothing.
okay.
This I had the bucket on it today.
Oh, you moving dirt.
Mm.
There you go. No, them things.
So this is one of them that you just switch whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
100 different attachments you can
Yeah,
put on the
because
front.
when I
of
was
it.
in Alabama, okay, I had 3 big cedar trees, evergreens, about that big around.
You still know where they are? We need some cedar for them.
No,
duck calls.
no, cause I know where they're at. Look, the mountain boys, what I call them, that keep them high lines up and over the mountains clear. They got this machine that's got gigantic tires on it, and they have got this big thing on the front of it that, hey, they just walked up to them big trees I had like this and started at the top and said, to the ground. And all that was left was toothpicks. And I said, hey, there's 3 more.
That's where
right
they come from.
I got 3 more right over there. Please hit them.
Man,
They just,
I wish you still had them because we could be drying them things.
oh, no,
right
no,
now.
no. I would, hey, I would love to drive it over on Phil's property when it gets dry enough. And hey, I'd get rid of all that buckbrush.
Oh,
the
I
ground.
got
Now, you
something.
go around cutting out a button willer, you liable to get runned off from around there. You liable to get RUN.
Oh, no. Well, he can run me off, but hey, I'd get the damage done before he'd
Well,
get
I
me
got
run
news for
gone.
you. When he goes to be with the Almighty, every button wheel out there
Oh,
is gonna
Hey, it's gone.
go
preach,
on.
buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Preach,
yeah.
buddy.
Gone.
Go on, say
Yeah.
it. Go.
Yeah, you
say
need
it
to
louder
get,
for the ones in
you
the
need
back.
to get old Kipper over there with them and
Oh,
just
yeah.
and eat them to the ground.
I got no love lost for a button willer.
Nope.
You know why? Because there's always a purple tail nest hiding in them.
Oh,
Every one of them.
either that or got a Congo laying at the bottom of it.
Yeah, they harbor things that'll hurt you. Now, ducks like them too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I almost stepped on one on the Congo at Willie's Pond this morning.
Oh, no. Look, hey, this is Louisiana. You better watch where you put your
Oh
foot.
yeah.
Because they here, baby.
Watch what you pick up.
We
off
got
the
all
ground.
5 of them. There's
Yeah.
5 poisonous, and we've got them all.
Venomous.
Venomous.
you
Well,
go.
poison, the same thing.
Venomous. No, it's not the same thing.
Nasty things.
It's like a clip in a magazine.
Yeah. There you go. Clip something you put in your hair.
That's right.
There you go. Look, hey, we,
think
we learn you some things around here now.
Oh, what are you talking about?
We learn
One of them is don't play with snakes.
I still play with them. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
okay.
I can't help myself.
I play with them all right.
I do too. With a shotgun, blow their head clean off.
Smooth.
I had a
Right,
picture.
smooth off at the neck.
I had a picture pop up today on my memories of a mud snake that I caught and posed and was taking pictures of him from like 12 years ago today. I was like, oh man, them was the days.
Oh, the coolest one that
I
I
used to
ever
catch
saw.
them snakes and put them in an ice chest and get them real cold, and then I could go out there and pose them. And you got like 5 minutes where you can take a good picture before they get warm again. But
Best one I liked was when me and Phil and Tommy. Tommy's in front, Phil's right behind him with stair step. Just Tommy stopped, Phil runs into him, I run into Phil. Cobra. And it was- no, and it was one of them old, what they call hog nose.
hog nose. Yeah.
He puffs out.
Them old rednecks around here
But
calling
hey,
us a
they
spreading
look,
at it.
hey, yeah, they look just like a cobra. He blows that thing up, and he is bad looking to the bone.
Yeah, they awesome. Well, let's take another break. We'll be back right after this.
Well, we've sold 3 of the metal detectors, Anna told me.
Well, good.
All right.
Yeah, I just-
we're back rolling.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad they're doing that, and the treasure part of it is pretty cool. It just, man, you do a lot of digging for not a lot in return.
Well, no, if you find one of them good ones, because they ain't do it because they had to give it back to the guy that we found it on his land. The 24-pounder, I'd like to seen it cut up and then make some pistols or something out of it.
Yeah.
You talking about a beautiful gun. This thing is black, shiny, and it looks like it's got diamonds all throughout it.
What is it?
That meteorite, they cut
Oh.
one that was the same type. They didn't cut the big one they found.
Well,
But it was gorgeous.
what it boils down to have a hobby like that, you got to have a lot of free time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
That,
all got the wrong last name.
yeah, that, and then actually got to make a lot of contacts to actually get to a place where that you can actually find the good stuff.
Well, what's that fish, Godwin, they call like the fish? Oh, a muskie. Isn't he like a fish at 10,000 cast or something?
1,000.
1,000 cast? That's kind of what that metal detecting seems like.
Yeah.
You dig you 1,000 holes, you'll find you something good. So it just,
Well, I didn't think muskie
law
was that
of
hard to
averages.
catch.
that's what they call him. I don't know. I don't.
Well,
I
hey,
mean,
what did I can't even think of his name. He's one of them pro bass fishermen. He catches them all the time, and I mean big ones.
I actually laid my eyes on my first wild muskie while I was up in Tennessee in the Ocoee River.
Did
Oh
you
no, they
Did you
bad to the
cast
bone
at him?
now.
Huh?
Did you cast at him?
No, I just kind of got dumbfounded and watched him swim around the boat, and then he was gone. I was
Oh
like,
no, they
Hey,
look like a
you go.
barracuda
yeah.
for an ocean
How
fish.
big was it?
He wasn't very big, about that big. He wasn't very big, but it was cool. Like
Oh,
there
them
was.
things get huge.
Oh, they get real big, but
Yeah.
this was a baby. But
Yeah.
it was just cool because there's like no denying what you were looking at, and for
Yeah.
we don't have that stuff down here. And then the other cool thing is we were fishing for bass, and Wheeler flipped up there, set the hook, and he just flipped up a walleye.
Hmm.
Huh.
We gave him to the guy at the boat ramp.
Yeah,
He didn't make it.
yeah, he didn't go back in.
Oh,
He
that
ate
ain't-
him
We
too
were
long.
we were gonna keep him and eat him, but
I
we
was
didn't
fixing
catch
to say.
enough. We didn't catch enough other ones of his family to.
My father said that is the best eating fish there is.
He's an interesting looking critter.
It's walleye.
Yeah, I got to survey some
good.
cool
He
stuff.
caught him out of Lake Powell while he was young.
We had
there.
fried walleye. We went up to Minnesota. Remember?
Yeah,
Oh, with Timmy.
Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
With old Tim.
it's a
yeah.
flaky white meat.
Tim.
It's good.
Yeah, they just strange critters because I say strange for people that catch them all the time. They probably ain't that strange, but for us, it's like I
He's a pretty fish.
we had him in the live well, and I just sitting there looking at him.
Yeah.
I was like, I like petting him. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, this thing cool. He gonna be somebody's dinner. I was
put
hoping it was
some
gonna be
in-
mine, but
They put some in Darbone
walleye,
when they first built it.
they didn't make it.
Nope,
Too hot of water.
Too
too
hot.
hot.
Yep.
Too hot, and not
too
enough
hot.
flow, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Current.
They
Boy,
ain't
got
no
to have more
clue.
current for the oxygen.
Now,
But look, we
somebody caught a walleye a couple of years ago.
On the river.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they still in the Washita River. They just get lost. They come through the locks and dams with everything else from up there north. But you get up there close to Lake Washita, it's full of them supposedly. Get up there to the headwaters.
Yeah. It's just
That
cold.
ain't very
It's
far.
cold up there.
I have fish going, so I get
No, straight line. It ain't very far. But they're we fished below that dam on Parksville Lake, and I was just looking at that thing, and I said, it took some men to build that thing, like, cause that thing been there for forever on the Ocoee River. Way tougher men than what we making these days. I can guarantee you. To put that big plug on that lake.
Well, no.
But it was, I posted a picture on my Instagram just because I was like, I don't really take selfies that often. But I was looking at that thing, I said, yeah, I got to take a picture in front of that. I was just like, man, that thing's cool.
Hey, every time me and him head south to go to the Gulf, when you get on all that long jump over,
Oh, what are you talking about?
that's-
I-10
hey,
breed.
I said, hey, they lost a bunch of people doing that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
causeway?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on
All them bridges through that swamp.
How'd they do?
Because, hey, you talking about Congos, and they there.
Big gators.
And gators, just
Got a
not.
lot of gators on the buy.
By Darbone?
Yeah,
Really?
I see one every time I go on.
Really? Same one?
I
That's
seen
amazing
no,
little
I seen
creature.
I seen a big one
Oh, that's the one
Couple
you
weeks.
posted on your stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucker was big.
That was a good one.
Then there was a little one.
Yeah. That's the problem. Where there's big ones, there's
Oh, they fixed
little ones, and
They
vice
said to be
versa,
a bunch.
too.
That's the first. Well, I mean, you see them every once in a while, but not every time you go.
No, I ain't seen them there that often. That's why I was. But they making a comeback.
That
Them old
made-
lizards is everywhere.
Well, I think so because I can't even think. Roland Martin, yeah. Roland Martin was showing he was in some canal down in South Louisiana, and they come around a bend, and the canal went on forever, and it was alligators, and it was mating season,
Oh.
and I mean they were literally everywhere. And I'm talking
they
about.
found.
I
and
thought
I'm
you was a
talking about-
walrus.
Yeah,
That's what they sound like.
I'm talking about. Hey, some of them look like they was wide as half of this table. Come
Unreal.
swimming by.
Well, you know,
Nature's
Huge.
cool.
we go down there in the spring, and those gators are dead all on the side of the road. Road
Oh, yeah.
kill.
Yeah.
Walking.
Mhm.
That's them young males get caught up. Speaking of young males, how's your little bear doing? He
He-
still?
I hadn't seen him.
I ain't
so-
seen him. He done moved on.
He got.
Hey.
Oh,
Thank
I had a couple tell me they had a bear. Who was it? It was Sheila. Yeah, Sheila and Murray had a bear on their property, and Sheila just come out with a pan and making a bunch of racket and run toward him, run him off, and they ain't seen him since.
Huh.
So if you run up on him and see him,
Yeah, keep your pan with you.
hey, keep your pan with him, and a big metal spoon, and run at him and chase him out.
Make sure you put that frying pan on the tractor with you, just in case you.
That's right. Just in case you see that bear.
Just as a deterrent.
Hey,
Phil probably got one in his blind bag.
Yeah.
As heavy as that thing.
Oh, I'm
is.
sure he does. I toted that thing from the lake blind all the way to the north lane floater.
Man, that's
I went and hid the boat, and Jay's come and said, "Hey, Phil left his bag. Wants you to bring it back."
that's like carrying one of them sand anchors with you.
Oh,
That thing.
that thing weighed 40 pounds.
Yeah.
What all's in there?
Oh, he's got tools, about 6 boxes.
no, hey, y'all
Tails.
underestimate that.
Well, he got a big, like,
It's-
6-inch crescent wrench in there
Yeah, but it's more than 40 pounds.
The crescent wrench is for
for undoing his propane
That's right,
bottles. Where if
propane
he would
bottles.
just put them on there hand tight, you could get them off with your hand.
Yeah, but no, he's always got to put that last little tug on it
Oh, yeah.
and he also screws in those kicks chokes with those
with the pliers.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, when you're
Kinda
putting
like-
when you're putting the wrong threaded choke in
Yeah.
your gun. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Just tell me, I don't know what the problem is.
I said, Phil, it shouldn't take a pair of pliers to screw your choke in. He said, no, it'll be all right.
It'll be okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll all work out, boys.
Yeah,
You can buff it right out.
Those threads are gone.
Yeah, if y'all ever want to wonder what we're dealing with around here, that is it in a nutshell right there. But let's take another break. We'll be back right after.
Oh, boy. Speaking of Phil, is all the dirt work and pipes and everything in place down there now?
I hadn't been there in
You
a
don't know?
while.
You don't know?
I've been busy with other.
It wasn't as of 2 weeks ago.
It wasn't as 2 weeks. I thought he said he was done with it.
I know. No, all he had was a big hole in the ground
Which one? Which place?
where he's trying to put that new dump
Yeah.
in. It is
Well,
not.
they have told me that the rocks were ordered and fixed the. So
yeah.
I figured all the dirt work, all that was done.
I took your boy DJ down there last week.
What he had to say.
Yeah, he loved it.
That's good.
He's giving me some ideas, my food plots. But the dump had been fixed,
Had it?
and there were big rocks piled up on top of it.
Okay, I thought
Yeah,
they
they
said they'd got the rocks in and then pushed them off the
Oh, yeah.
side.
Well, that's
and
why I was
with
saying
the
2
door.
weeks ago when I was there, it was still just a big cut.
Oh, okay.
Phil, only man I know, tried to block up 50 yards wide worth of water with one 20-inch pipe or something. I was like, that ain't going to work.
No, Martin did the math. He's what did you say? 120 inches.
I
Well,
said we needed about 110 to 120 inches for that flow.
Well, Martin
I was
told Phil.
fixing to
He said you get 120 inches of pipe, you'll be fine. So what did Phil do? Got 94 inches of pipe.
Balling on a budget.
That'll
boys.
be enough.
this is man. This is a man that's got a degree.
Well, I mean, water flow is
Ah.
somebody a lot smarter than me figured out water flow. You just have to plug in the numbers. Like it's not hard. They got all
Well, I
the
wish
equations. You just have to put them in.
Well, he should have checked with you before he done that.
He
No,
did-
but you can't because that's not the way Phil works. It's right now. That's how Phil works right now. Big hurry.
yeah.
Well, I got this pipe. Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, I know.
Blow it out.
Shoom,
Oh,
try again.
no. Because what? That wasn't my little old shower that come up,
A little 4-inch shower.
Yeah, 4-inch
A
shower.
little 4-inch shower draining through a 50-yard wide ditch and one
That's what-
pipe in the middle of it.
That's what tickles me. No, yeah, that's what tickles me about. Okay, that's the dog. I can't believe in the flood. You haven't been around the river during flood stage.
Oh, man.
Okay, because I tell you, hey, yeah, I've seen Red River during flood stage. Giant oak tree, big as a pickup, big as that pickup I got, floating downstream, root first.
Oh,
Okay.
I'd say I'm in the river.
Oh no! Look, but it's going down. I mean, this sucker is a bull, probably what, 300 yards high at least. Yeah,
300 yards high?
yeah. The root wad. Hey, no,
900 feet.
no, I'm still. Hey, this was a bull oak tree. Look, it's floating down the river, root wad first. Okay, during high water. Okay, you would think, okay, it hit something, it would swing it around. No, sir.
No, I just plow through it.
It stood that bad boy up.
Come on now.
I'm serious. It stood that whole oak tree up. The root wad hit. It stood it up, fell back, and went on down the river with it. And I'm telling you, it was big as that pickup I bought,
300 yards tall.
and 300 yards tall. 3 football field lengths.
That's like that keep off the grass sign.
Hey, oh no,
How'd
no,
it get there?
no. Hey, oh no. That was like we had just walked over about an acre of land near the river. Okay, just got off of it and was on the levee looking back. And hey,
I ain't
all
saying
you
I
heard.
don't. I
And
ain't,
hey, that acre of land was gone.
I ain't saying I don't believe you,
Hey.
but I got to Google world's tallest tree.
World's
Oh no, they got some
tree.
in redwoods over there that hey, they up there in the
So the-
stratosphere.
600.
So the
600.
tallest tree in the world
It's redwood.
is 380 feet tall.
There you go.
Feet.
Well, okay. So,
Not yards.
well, not yards. All right, I was off. The
A
yards.
factor of 3.
Well, I'm just saying. Hey, I was close.
I'm sorry. I mean, John David's not here, so I
But
kind of
hey,
feel like I
380
have to take up
Well,
a
no,
little
no,
bit
look,
of his
hey,
slack. there.
300
He had a
180.
50-50
Hey,
chance.
380 feet's pretty big.
Oh, that's big.
Oh yeah.
It ain't
They
300
up there.
yards,
Well,
though.
I'm just saying. Hey, that was a giant oak tree. That's all I was
Well,
saying.
look, Si,
This bad boy was big.
those rednecks we hunt out of, they own 10-foot towers. Just think about that. That's only 10 foot.
Well, no. I know.
Think about 380.
Of those.
That's one of them you got to look backwards at.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh no. If you're standing on it, you'll
Yeah.
break your neck.
you'll fall backwards trying to look at it.
Yeah,
You can't breathe if you get to the top of
I'm telling you.
it. You be out of oxygen.
I just had to know. Golly.
Freezing to death.
Oh, you talking about things floating down the river? So I was in Nashville the other day, and I get a text, and it's a dock, a boat dock I know well, and it ain't where it used to be.
Yeah. It's
It's-
broke loose.
Floating down the Tennessee River.
Huh.
Jacob Wheeler's boat dock, storm come up, it come undone,
And it's gone.
and it's floating down the river. Meanwhile, he's on an airplane headed to Venice, Italy. He said, "I need help." I was like, "Oh boy, what am I going to do? I'm 3 hours from there." Like, well, we rounded up a crew. We saved a boat dock, but there was a boat dock and a pontoon boat attached to it, just floating down the river.
Well, good.
Just headed on down the river somewhere.
Oh no. Phil, that boat dock we park our boat in over on the lake.
It come floating down the river.
Hey, it come floating down the river.
Yeah,
He put it in the paper, told me, hey, look, I've got a boat dock tied up down here at my property. He said, fix to be finder's keeper. If you get your chance, I'll put it in the paper for you.
I think if we looked at these two boat docks, so we could believe one of them broke free, and the other one would be a little bit harder to believe that it broke
Yeah.
free.
Well, no, yours, yeah. Jason's probably bigger.
Ooh, it was,
Well, you park 2 boats in it,
yeah,
4-foot boats
yeah.
on the fields.
I just ain't ever seen that. I ain't ever just seen a boat dock with a boat in it, just headed downstream.
Headed downstream.
Yeah. I said, boy, you about to have the TVA all over you, son.
Finders keepers.
I told him we needed to sink that pontoon boat. That thing ain't been nothing but cursed since we did it. I said, that pontoon boat's what did it. I said, let's sink it and catch a bass off of it. How about that? That'd be
Make a reef out of it.
yeah, make a reef. Put him out there on the ledge and let's catch a bass off of him. Call it good.
Go up there and look at your scope and tell me, yep, there's 5 there, boys, and they're big ones. Let's get them.
We did that. That's for sure. But I did get the opportunity to meet a legend while I was there.
Okay, who's the legend? And what
You may have heard of him.
what career?
He's famous for a line known as Omaha. He said it a bunch. Omaha, Omaha.
Oh, football player.
Peyton Manning.
Yep, that's what
Was
that's
out-
what was in my mind. I knew.
He was out fishing, and we knew the guy that he's fishing with. He said, "Come on over and meet him." And so we stopped, shook hands with him, and he's a good dude. I didn't know he had twins. Small world, right? He had his twins out there taking them fishing. So,
Oh,
Peyton-
Manning's got
It's
twins.
kind of like buying when you get a new vehicle. You don't never notice them till you buy one.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And
you
then
never-
everybody got one.
Yeah,
Yeah. You see them Tundras everywhere, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you stare at his forehead?
No, no, it's big. But he's nice a fellow as there can be.
He's pretty good sized guy.
Yeah, he big.
Oh, okay.
He bigger than you think he is.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because he don't look that
How
big.
tall is he?
Yeah.
We probably same height. Yeah, he's probably 6'4"ish, somewhere around there. He's bigger than I thought he would be.
He don't look that big.
Well, that's because everybody he's surrounded by is 6'8".
Well, no, I know. You know.
Yeah.
Basketball players don't look tall either, and every one of them you meet, you go,
No, yeah.
It's all about
How's the weather up there in the clouds?
yeah. Yeah, and they all got a size 15 and everything.
Well, no, because I always said, hey, I said, until you meet him in person, you don't realize. It's easy for them to hold a basketball. I said, they got the hands the size is about half the size of a basketball.
Yeah. But I thought it was
So
cool.
they did, you know.
You know, what I found the coolest about it all, though, is a man who could want anything, right? I mean, anything he wants, he get. He buy. He write a check for. Big cash. And he had his kids out there trying to catch fish. I said, that's parenting done right there. That's good. Even with all that and all the distractions they could have in the world, they out there trying to catch a bass. And they caught them, too. They caught them. They was dropping these little things called salties down there to the bottom, a little minnow. And them bass eat them minnows.
Yeah, they eat them, boy. Yep, they eat them.
I don't care how pressured the ledge is, they bite them. It was fun to watch. We sat there and watched them reel them in. It was fun to watch. So it was cool. You know, you always worry about that kind of stuff, like meeting those kind of people. You're like, I don't know. And then you do, and you're like, yeah, man, that was awesome.
Regular dude.
Regular dude.
Yep.
Regular dude taking his
Yep.
kids fishing.
That's what you always hope for.
Yep, that's exactly right. So any of y'all out there wondering about Peyton Manning, he gets my stamp of approval, 100%. I mean, he already had it because he's a good guy, or I always thought he was a good guy. He just confirmed the fact. Well, we're going to take our last break. I've been going through these emails like John David, so I think I got a few. So
You got
we'll
a
come
couple?
back. We'll come back and get in that inbox.
Always
right
good
after
to
this.
see what the boys are up to out there.
We're back. We're in the inbox. Look, John David's not here, so I'm taking it over. If you have stuff, send it to us. hello@duckcallroom.com is the email address. Our first question that I have, I thought was interesting since we're all four married. It's from a feller named John. It said, hey, guys.
Good name.
John here. I've been hearing a lot of y'all's advice lately, but I haven't heard this particular question yet. Do y'all see it as tacky to ask your future father-in-law for his daughter's hand over a phone call? If I'm ever around her dad, she's there too, and she's already suspicious since I've been talking about proposing for a little while now. Any advice would be great.
Don't do that.
I'm a stone on that. It's
Face to face.
it's better face to face.
Yep.
This is a big deal. Okay, you're asking for the man's daughter's hand. Okay, to marry.
Show me you're a man.
Phone call is just to me. It's the only word I can come up with. That's a cheap deal. Okay, face to face with a man, talking about, hey, you know,
Man, I was cheap.
your daughter is the love of my life, and I want to marry her.
Yeah. Come show me you're a man and that you can take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, I had to call because me and Brittany were 7.5 hours apart, and I just decided to do it because I wasn't going to do it. I was going to wait a little bit.
Yep.
But then once I had that ring in my possession, that thing like hot potato.
Oh,
You got to
you know,
get rid of him. Like you got to.
You had to overcome it, right?
I called her dad on the way up, and I said, and I called her mom too because her parents were divorced. So I asked both of them. But I said, look, I'll come see y'all just as soon as we get this done. I want to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. I'm gonna go do it. I said, I'm a nervous wreck. I can't
That's right. I can't keep this up.
I just got to get this over.
Yeah.
With. And they both said absolutely. And then once we did it, we went immediately thereafter and saw them, and then we're able to shake hands face to face. Look each other in the eye, kind of a deal. So John, if you're able to and you're close,
Yep.
I think you should. Because you can call. You say her dad's around, but you can call and set up a lunch with him, and she won't know anything about it. Like y'all both are.
And he'll appreciate it.
And he will. Yeah, her dad was actually really appreciative that I called him, even though I couldn't be there first. And then we went and did that. And then I just spent all week with him. So everything's good. Everything's good. This is one, since we got Si and Stone here. This is from our buddy Austin. Gentlemen, I'm leaving the country soon due to military work, and I was curious if Uncle Si or Jay had any advice on how to stay positive on being in another country while having my wife and 1-year-old daughter back in the States. Thank y'all for everything, and God bless. Before y'all answer, thank you, Austin, for the sacrifices you make serving our country. And please pass along our thank you to your wife and your daughter as well, because you're not the only one dealing with it. So thank them. But I'll let our two veterans weigh in on this.
I'll start out with this. That's a hard one, okay? Because number one, being in a foreign country, and especially if you're in one of those that we're at war with, so to speak, okay? Because it messes with your mind. It's an attitude thing. So my thing is, hey, take God with you, okay, and lean on Him more. Because it's a tough one, being away from your loved ones, okay? And especially being in a foreign country, and especially if we're at war with them. Yeah. So, Stone, what you got?
Well, fortunately, I was not married with kids when I was in theater, but I was with some guys that were, and it was extremely difficult on them. Extremely difficult. So, it's a tough one, but I would say stay in contact with them as much as possible.
Yeah, because the
Read
tablets.
your Bible. Nowadays, the technology is a lot different than it was back when I was in, especially when you were in.
Yep.
When you were in, there was nothing. You got nothing but letters.
Yep.
I mean, we wrote letters too, but we also had. We could talk to them on the phone, and they did have a room with computers that you could look at pictures or whatever. But I don't know what they have now, but use it as much as you can. Don't take it for granted that I don't feel like talking to them today. Talk to them every day if you can, and just keep in contact as much as you can. That's my advice.
I'd say mine, to me, lean on God more. Okay, He'll help you with it. Okay, because like I said, it's definitely a mind. Its attitude is totally different when you're in a foreign country. So it's a tough go.
Yeah, it'll wear on you.
100%. Now that man, I can't imagine how tough that would be. Like getting ready to have two little ones, and then
because
knowing that you got a 1-year-old that you're leaving at home.
I don't.
Well, not only that, sometimes your wife's pregnant, you deploy.
Yeah,
You're not there when it's born.
that'd be
So
tough. God.
So like Stone said, hey, we've got the technology today. Talk to them daily if you can, if you have that opportunity. That way, at least you can share pictures, see each other, talk to each other face to face. Okay, So, because like I said, letters, because it took forever. Seemed like for a letter to get there and then to get back to you. So yeah, it's a tough go.
Did you write Christine letters when you were in Nam?
No, I wasn't with her then. I met her after I.
Oh, that's
back from
right.
Nam.
That's right.
No, he was just.
But I just know I was like you. I was family man was there, okay, and they, when they got a letter, it was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Look, Austin, again, we thank you for your service, buddy.
Yep.
We'll keep you lifted up while you're over there. And we're up against time. So, Godwin, you said you had a verse you wanted to share with us to send us home. What you got, old buddy?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's actually, but I loved it. I have the Bible app, and this is the verse of the day, which is a good one with what's going on today. And everybody's down and grummy. And every morning I get up and make coffee for Paula and make a cup of coffee for myself. And we read the Bible. Start off. We don't turn on the TV, and we just do this. But this is the verse. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. I will consider all your works and meditate on all your mighty deeds. And if you'll meditate and read the Bible in the morning and just sit there and think about, just meditate on God's greatness and what you've got, what He's done for you, and write down prayers and just come back and read them later. We was reading prayers from 2016. There was a lot of stuff going on then that we didn't see prayers being answered that they actually was. We just couldn't see it. It was neat.
Couldn't see it. Yep.
It's neat to just write down a prayer, just like you talking to anybody. It ain't nothing, no special pattern on praying. So if you do that, it'll make your day seem a lot better.
And not only that, we got a direct line to the Almighty, to His Son.
Amen. All right. Well, we've enjoyed it, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy this next little clip from the Treasure Show that can be seen on Fox Nation streaming. You can, veterans and first responders all get a free membership for a year. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
So if you want to check it out, be sure, hop over there, check it out. We're going to show you a little clip right here. Thanks for joining us in the Duck Call Room. We'll see y'all next time.
Who invited Kay on this podcast?
She invited herself and she got the right.
Jeff invited me, didn't you, Jeff?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Say the baby.
The baby.
He loves me. Yeah, I hadn't heard that from you lately.
Well,
Kay, what do you think about these guys treasure hunting?
Well, I think it's pretty good. It gives them something to do. And I don't know. They just need to learn where to go. That's what they need.
tell us where we should go treasure hunting.
Our most important place is Bernice, Louisiana. The
There ain't
best.
nothing in Bernice. There's nothing there.
Well, no, because Willie was born there.
That put it on the map.
If you think there's something buried in Bernice, let's hear
There you
it.
go.
I remember somebody had robbed something, maybe the late 1800s or something like that, and buried it.
What was buried?
Yeah. What's the treasure we're looking for?
A bunch of gold is hid close to a church. Somebody stole the money off the railroad and buried it.
So you're sure this happened in Bernice? Okay.
Yes.
Murray, have you heard anything about this?
Yes, but not Bernice, Farmerville. I mean, as I heard this story, it was a stagecoach rather than the train is involved. The story of the stagecoach robbery with the gold coins buried in large jars.
Yeah. That was in Farmerville,
Farmerville,
but that's just what you heard.
yes. I mean, they're only 20 miles apart. It could be the same story.
Oh, it could be.
We could split up.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I'll tell this. 2 of you go to Bernice, okay, and 2 of you go to Farmville.
I'm going with
And
Murray.
whoever finds the best treasure will win a prize.
I think me and Murray, we'll go do some door knocking in Farmville and see if we can find any truth around there in the time period. And then, Jeff, why don't you go with Miss Kay and y'all go visit Bernice?
It would be fun, Jeff.
It's not really
Best
fair. Me and Mom against Jason Murray. That's not
Why ain't it fair?
What are you talking about?
It's
Yeah,
not
it is.
fair. I'm the rookie.
We'll just dig up all of Bernice.
There you go. How long will it take us to do some research and go? You want to do it tomorrow?
We can do it tonight.
We'll do the research tonight. We'll go tomorrow. May the best couple win. But what's the prize? I want to know what's the prize.
I ain't come up with it yet.
But what if Mom cooks? If y'all win, she'll cook your favorite dessert.
I like
And
it.
then if I win, then she'll cook mine.
Okay.
If we win, Kay cooks me and Murray. You like sweet potato pies, Murray?
Love them.
All right, we go sweet potato pies. What do you want?
What about fried apple pies?
Oh,
Apple.
Apple
Our
pies.
Oh,
peach.
good grief, you run it.
So who's going to judge this competition?
I'll tell you how to make it fair. We'll let Si be the judge. So that way it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever he judges to be the best find.
I like it.
Well, this is kind of a moment. We actually have come to an agreement.
The treasure hunt officially starts at sunrise
All right?
and ends at sundown.
I just got to get my sleep, you know?
Noted.
Beauty rest, Jay.
Beauty rest, boys.
We
Hey,
could all use some of that.
I
Yeah.
think that ship has sailed for most of it.
I would say it has not sailed, it's sunk. May the best team win tomorrow.
And we will.